right, boys. Welcome to the debut of the Podium Talk podcast. We are super excited to get this one out and finally start this new pod. It has been in the works for a long time. Episode 1, we gave you a small introduction on ourselves and our goals, as well as a little preview of the upcoming Truborn meet. We hope to get frequent episodes out where we cover previews and recaps of a lot of meets and shout out a lot of lifters as well as dive into our own training and our powerlifting success. We hope you enjoy this episode and the many more to come. Welcome to Podium Talk.
All right, boys. Welcome to Podium Talk. This is a podcast where we're gonna be chilling. We're not gonna be too serious. We're not gonna call 8.5s on energy drinks and be super terrible and be a boring podcast. We're gonna be a real podcast. We're gonna go over the sport. We're gonna highlight GA, and we're gonna represent. And we're with Tony and Avery. Avery is our coach. We're all in the space. We all compete. Introduce yourself, Tony.
Hey guys, I'm Tony. Hopefully a few of you guys know me already, but I'm 22. I'm graduated from Georgia Southern, Statesboro, Georgia. I've been powerlifting for like 3 years or something like that. I think my first meet was like 2021 summer, so a little bit longer than that. Slightly, I love just like meet pop culture and shit like that, like music and like movies and TV and things like that. Yep, I'm really excited. I've always, I do like to also I do feel very opinionated about things, and I'm extremely passionate about powerlifting. So I'm very excited to start this podcast with two of my buddies and I don't know, just talk about different meets and things going on in Georgia, things going on in the sport. So I'm super thankful that I got two guys with good heads on their shoulders to talk about, just to shoot the shit with. So that's my little intro.
So we can't cuss.
You can be yourself. You be yourself. I'll go next when we get to the big man. I'm 20. Word. I'm Eli. I'm gonna be the biggest hater on this podcast.
Can't be.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. It's my dream. I'm gonna trash myself more than anyone, and this is it's gonna be weird. I don't really care about anything. I'm getting married in a week. Congrats to me. I represent
big up
the mature life as the youngest one here. Yeah, my lifting sucks. I'm poverty at all three. We're never gonna be good. And then let's get to the coach.
What's going on? I'm Avery. I'm 24 and I'm the head coach at Knock'em Strength. I've been powerlifting for officially 4 years now, but I've literally been watching YouTube videos, been into the sport for 10 years now. Like, I came back from my athletic background, playing football, basketball, track, all that, and I just really fell in love with the weight room, and I always knew I wanted to be stronger. And my first meet was in tail end of 2019, I believe, and I haven't had actually that many meets, but I was self-coached for a while, and I've almost been coached by my coach, Evan, the Beltless Hero, for a year. And I've had my own coaching business for about 6 months now, somewhere around then. And I'm boasting around 10 athletes. And I'm really pumped up to talk about powerlifting in general. Like, I want to cover a multitude across the sport because I've definitely got a lot of opinions, and people that I've known for a lot of years have known that. But I also want to shout out Georgia because we have been on the upcome for several years now, and I'm just fired up to talk about it because what's that shit that Outkast said? The South got something to say or something like that?
Something like that. Ain't no way.
So I just wanted to get Tony right there. I knew I was gonna get his ass with it.
Mm-hmm. So overall, we're here to have fun, talk. We're all knee deep in the sport. We just are always in a chat, talking trash about somebody, talking in depth about what meet's coming up. Now we're recording it, and now it's going to be out here for everyone to hear.
Public.
But Our knowledge in the sport is beautiful. We know almost everything. Not a single person that knows more than Tony.
That's facts.
And everything we say is absolute truth. There's no bad journalism here. But we're all just students of the sport, trying to get better every day, trying to have some fun. So let's get into this. Let's start with some goals, and then we'll go into a little preview. Tony, let's start with you. I'm gonna ask you two questions. What are your goals in competition overall? Just say the next 5 years. Where do you want to be? How high level do you want to be in the sport? And then outside of competing, what are your aspirations to do for the sport?
Well, I mean, for like the like immediate future, like 5 years, that's like the way I feel like immediate future. Yeah, like my biggest like aspiration are revolved around being an athlete. Like I like obviously do think there's like a lot of value in being a coach and being a ref and being um whatever like you can do to like give to the sport. But like I don't know, like I do want to be like when I'm like 5 years from now, like 27, like later 20s or whatever. I do want to be like at a very very high level, like in the mix, um, with the best of the best, like literally the best in the world. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be a world champion by any means, but like I do want to be able to like get to the point where I could like be pretty known at the national level. Maybe show up, have like super meet, maybe potentially go international somehow. I don't know, like, but I really do think I'm capable of that one day. So yeah, that's how it's looking right now for the next 5 years. Obviously, I guess like I can just go in and I'm gonna start commentating here at Truborn, my first time ever. That's something I want to do as well, like as like with competing. But as far as like things go, I got a couple guys that I'm like coaching, like programming for. We'll see where that goes. I could see that, going, a little bit more, like bringing in more people, but I don't know about like on any like full time to the point like where I would like have a team like Avery. Like I don't think I'm doing anything like that. Definitely
Yeah.
don't.
What? My bad. I didn't even interrupt you, but like when we talked about that before, you kind of like want to have a career outside of it for sure, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's another big thing. That's why I want like that's why I'm not trying to juggle too much in powerlifting like now because like at the same time I'm trying to like like I want to like I'm working full time like as well like and stuff like that. I want to be able to bring in like have a secure job and bring in like money with benefits and everything like that. So that's kind of why I'm just prioritizing being an athlete for now. And I feel like there's just like so much in this sport that like I feel like if I can I just want to train and enjoy it and stuff. I haven't been training like super duper long, so I kind of just want to like enjoy that aspect as much as I can, with bits and pieces, like obviously like I said, I'm programming for a few guys and I am trying out my hand in this commentating thing, but the main goal is just to like straight up, like one day I want to go to Worlds. I want to get a singlet with USA. I want it to be mine. So that's like kind of the biggest goal. Somehow, like one day, I don't know. I mean, that's just the
I
goal. So
mean, that's the plan, bro.
So that's Tony's official announcement of PA.
PA
It is officially out there. There's no taking it back now. PA Flip
2028.
2028.
2028.
Agree. All right, Avery, let's go to you. Goals in comp other than hitting depth, and then goals outside of competing.
uh, well, I mean, I plan to like, I guess, like, not I guess. I mean, I plan to like have my first match appearance like next year. So I mean, I can't promise to like be a super elite athlete, but I'm not going anywhere. And like personally, I've always seen that I'm always going to compete until my body can't take it anymore. Like I love the sport and I'll be like 50 years old doing a comp a year as long as I can walk and do whatever else I need to. And outside of that, I mean, ideally I want to be a full-time coach where I don't have to work another job or whatever. I can fully commit myself to athletes and help grow the sport for however long, you know. And I actually at one point like I don't want to like actually be commentating, but like definitely commentate a meet once here or there, especially when I know the crowd because I mean I plan to be at a lot more local meets as much as possible. So
There's a little guest appearance.
Yeah.
My turn. So as
Yeah.
far as goals in my career, 6 months before I even started with Avery, we were talking. I told him top 5 in my weight class. That's the overall goal. And then we looked at top 5. We're looking at Ash. We're looking at Bob, Keenan. I said top 5 in a different weight class for sure. But that's the overall goal. However long it takes. I don't care if it's in masters. If it's in juniors, that's too easy. I don't care about that. It's open or masters. Whatever it takes, we're gonna get top 5. And goals outside the career, I'm gonna commentate with Tony. I gotta help him out. He's gonna be struggling a little bit. I'm coaching right now. I'm not gonna be a full-time coach. I'm gonna have a job outside of it, but I want to make some good money enough to where I can pay my coach. And we just want to be successful. I want to really show that you don't need to go full-time in powerlifting to be good. Right now, you got all these YouTube lifters who are just elite right now. All of them, every single one, other than Taylor. They're just in the gym. They own their own gym. In Georgia, you see them boys on daddy's money, sitting in the gyms all day. And I want to show that you can wake up at 6 a.m., go to a full day's of work, come out, and then still compete. I'm falling a little behind with it right now, but we're going to get married. We're going to get back on track. Come in December, perform, come back. Hopefully don't have to do CNATs, but if I get made to do CNATs, hopefully I go out there and perform.
Bro's probably getting made to do CNATs. Absolutely.
Like, why not? Why the fuck not?
He's trying to dodge smoke, dude.
That's what it sounds like to me. And
right now I'm not even on the same level. I gotta grow a little bit. We got a little
all it
carousel
takes is a
coming.
couple months.
Nah.
But yeah, man. Look at you guys.
I was actually about to say, like when you're talking about like however long it takes, I think in general, most people don't understand, like they think this is like a college sport or something you have to do while you're young. But we don't know that people can't consistently get stronger like just outside of their 40s or like pushing above 40 because no one's ever had the benefit of having the quality of life that we do now or whatever to go to the gym and do it and just with everything we know about how to keep our body safer and everything, like we could do this a lot longer than you think. And if we do that and more people take the sport serious, like we're just building something much bigger than us, you know? Like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
We need more Jen Thompsons out there. She just competed today. Shout out her.
Shout out Jen. Squat, or she's benching with Avery.
Wait, so you had 2 questions, right? Was the second one you said what you wanted
that was the outside the career commentating.
Yeah, we covered it.
Which we got the debut of Tony on the mic coming up in a week.
Speaking of,
yeah, we're going to we can move on to the Truborn preview.
Let's start the Truborn with shout out our boys. Who do we got, Avery?
Actually, let's just go ahead and disclaimer: this is a loose preview because our main man Eli over there did not prepare properly. No, I'm playing.
I got a lot going on.
But no, so just get into it. I mean, out of our team, Easton and my boy Nigel, they have never competed before, and they'll come in and I think make pretty decent names for themselves in the local scene. So,
do we want to predict numbers for them, or we want to gatekeep that a little bit?
Nah, we're not gonna get into all the specifics. Other than that, we've got those two, and Gage is coming off of his meet in states, and he's, Gage has had some things going on, but yeah, we've got those 3 coming in to compete, and
yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun ass day. I'm excited.
That'll be the second debut of Nakama, correct?
Yes, it is. After Anderson being the first, the OG.
Yeah, the state beat or the Savannah. I'm thinking
Speaking of, I hope and pray the shirts are in. I'm so sorry. Like we're doing what we can.
I was gonna text you about that actually. Yeah, we need those.
I want that T-shirt, man. I want that T-shirt.
Yeah. So do we run into the girls real quick? Just bang them out really quick. Well,
yeah, Tony, go ahead and announce the 2 two or three girls that we've got right off the bat to speak about.
Okay. Well, yeah, we don't have too many girls to speak on. One, because there's only, it seems like off the top of my head, like maybe 20 competing out of like 100. And then two,
Yeah,
a lot of them
that
just
roster was mainly men for sure.
yeah. And then another thing is most of these girls don't really post. But from what we see, we have a female named Savannah Vo. She did just do CNETs. She is a 60, a junior. She can't. Oh man, I does
I
anybody have her
believe it.
trainer pulled up?
I believe this is her. This will be her like her second meet with Jazzy on Team Live Fueled, so or
Yeah,
Live Fueled.
yeah. So she's coached by Jaslyn Pepper West. Like I think one or two pros in Georgia. Um, so she's definitely in the run for best lifter, and then along with her we have definitely gonna butcher this, Yona Coronado. For sure. I definitely got that wrong, but
You got to figure that out before you get on the
This
mic.
man is going to be on the microphone
I
with
am.
100
You got to
plus.
reach out
No,
to
I'm
her.
playing.
I'm gonna yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Her coach, Ethan. I can just ask Ethan.
Yeah, and it's something like I believe most people know it's no disrespect. We're trying to work it out over here, or people on the mic, obviously.
Yeah, but like we could get into the numbers because these two girls, I mean, they're really good. So for Savannah, I got her post here. I think she did at CNETs. Let's see. CNET,
She
she
got
did 297. She did 115 on bench and then 319 on deadlift.
and she came in with the 370 dots, 369.
Yeah, which I mean in the Georgia scene, like is pretty good. I definitely would say that was in CNETs. She's probably gotten only better. So
Mm-hmm.
she's 60 kg, coached by Jazzy. And then we can move on, I guess, compared to that to
Yelona. She came in with a 390 dots on a 7 for 9 day. So that's pretty solid.
Yeah, okay. Then that's gonna be pretty tough to beat then. um, but yeah, she's coached by Ethan Stone. Shout out them because her deadlift is in fucking insane.
No,
Who else?
at 402 was it today? Yeah, it was pretty. It looked pretty stupid. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I don't know anybody else and any females in Georgia pulling 400. Like period. I don't know any. Do
I
y'all?
mean, Elizabeth Turner.
Um, can we? I guess we got Eli fact checking that, but
That's off the dome. Just tell me if I'm right or not. You know.
but I mean, either way, it's still a freak number. So I think it's safe to say, honestly, if we're gonna predict best lifter for females, we can save our time. I think it's gonna be Yona or
Yeah.
Yelona.
Oh, but Eli, could you fact check me real quick?
Elizabeth Turner,
Yeah. What's she
400
done
squat, 237 bench, 440 dead,
What the hell? Oh, okay.
460 dots.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, she's
Yeah,
not competing by. She's not competing by. Just that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, I mean, shout out, dude. She's wicked.
yeah, she's crazy. Um, but yeah, that's what we got for the girls. Anybody else got anything else to say?
No, not really. I like you pretty much said. I tried to find people, but I don't. I think most of these girls don't post, and most of the roster is legit. Probably like 75 dudes. So I mean,
Yeah, but if you do tune in to Truborn, definitely look out for those two names, Savannah Vo and Ilona Last. Shout out there because I do think that it is always cool to see girls like lifting that much, man, because like it takes a lot out of them, and it's different for it's different for girls, so it's cool to see girls having that much like dedication and whatnot, especially with all the stigmas and stuff that go around lifting for women. But
And on Savannah's behalf, she missed 2 of her benches, and she's probably gonna do a little better than that. This is
oh,
yeah.
all
I
right.
mean,
Yeah, I think she benched 132
Yeah, I've seen
in
132. She missed 121 in comp.
So those are, yeah,
okay.
I mean
Twice.
those would probably be two solid performances.
Yeah. So there's definitely something to look out for. That's all I got for the girls though, unfortunately. But we got a lot to say for the guys, so
Yep, there's a lot more to speak about on that, and I mean, hopefully we can speak about more of the women's roster in the future. So
yep.
As the sport grows.
But I mean, dude, I'm about to pull up this roster for the boys, man. There's a lot kind of to unpack here. Does anybody else want to go first? Kind of bring us into that.
well, I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and start it off with, I mean, I guess the people that immediately come to mind looking at the roster for best lifter would be my boy Stefan Nazir, who I'm also handling next weekend. So hopefully if we get it done, if it's there, But other than Stefan, Landon, which I don't Spurgeon, is that his last name? Or
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Spurgeon.
that dude's really strong, so he'll definitely be up there. That'll be a really close battle for best lifter in my opinion. And then
Mhm.
and then you got Joel. Obviously, Joel's coming off a stellar week. It looks like so Joel will be up there. And
Nevin.
oh yeah, and Nevin. Obviously, Nevin is a dog. Had a nice meet in states in the 90 and is going down to the 82 class. He squatted 600 pounds before, and I honestly wouldn't have guessed he was a 90 before. I mean, he'll also have a very stellar meet, I imagine.
Yeah. Those are definitely the top. Well, actually, isn't Quentin White or because I know he trains Quentin White. He might be a
Oh,
factor in that.
Is Quentin on the roster?
Oh, am I tripping? Because I thought he was since he
Yeah, I
coaches.
mean he's in Nats prep.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess I got confused with Nats in this, but yeah, he's definitely not on the roster. That's definitely I
Bad
guess
journalism.
yeah, bad journalism. Yep. But we caught it. We caught it quick, so it's
I'm telling
cleaned
you.
off. But no, yeah. If we're gonna go between those four people, I mean, I don't know. Like it's kind of crazy. Yeah, like the 90 battle, the Landon versus Joel versus Stefan is crazy because we got a deadlifter, Joel. He just pulled a 683 hook. Um, he did just have a back injury though. So, and I mean, as we all know, like he suffers like from
Tricep
pulling.
injuries on squat, like just random stuff.
Yeah,
His
and
lockout's a little soft too.
his grip isn't very good on deadlift. I think that's like the main thing. It's very like wishy washy. So
But he's willing to load anything
Oh
to get
yeah,
that
I mean,
number. He
yeah,
will
his
load it.
his grip has been spotty here or there, but I mean he's got the strength to load redacted. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's the crazy thing. Yeah, I've seen him.
Mhm.
He pulled 705 for two with straps, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, am I stupid or did he? It was like a big cheater pull on pound plate. Like I thought he pulled like 765 or some shit on a deadlift bar. So I mean,
He might have. I don't know. I mean, it was if that was the case.
it's probably. I mean, it was a brick ago anyway. But yeah, no. I mean, if Joel can hold on to it, he'll deadlift it. So I mean, he'll obviously be with a chance to do whatever if need be.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Looking at Landon, he missed two benches at CNATs, and it's looking like he's looking at a 40-pound PR. He's got an easy 407 single, top of his Instagram.
yeah, dude.
Oh,
He's
what's
a.
his
I
what's
mean,
his bench? What's his bench PR meet?
His best in me is 369.
Oh, that's bro. I wish.
That was on his first attempt. Then he went 390, 390. He missed both.
Mm.
yeah, I
Oh,
was
so he.
watching.
Oh, so he already had. But yeah, I mean, either way, being able to boast a potential 40, 50 pound bench PR is crazy.
Yeah, I was watching Landon and CNETs, man. He's. I mean, his name is Subtotal Spurge on Instagram for a reason, dude. Like he
Yeah, dude.
squatted 595. Like that was
His
not a crazy. It was like
Yeah,
pretty easy.
his
Like
comp best is 545, I believe. So that's another huge jump.
I mean,
So that's 100 pounds already, basically.
yeah, he's in the mix. Like he's really in there. Like his bench. like you said, like at CNETs, he missed those 2 calls. I want to say that I forgot how he missed them, but um, I mean, if he can figure that out, it's a local meet, so maybe it'll be a little bit easier for him. But if he could really figure that out, like, dude, like, yeah, he's
That's a lot of
benching
weight.
No,
4.
yeah, I believe Stefan and Landon are friends, and like I believe if you ask Stefan, he might even tell you Landon's a dog. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So, but I mean, obviously, he's not the best deadlifter either. Um, so I guess it like between Stephon and Landon, it may have to come down to like,
no, it could definitely come down to 2 lifts, like missed lifts, because I mean like they'll be within 20 kilos easy. Like
well, I don't know what Stephon's lifting at all because he's gatekeeping it, but
I've seen a bit more, but
Got to keep that private though.
from okay, so I'll just say like I'm gonna be on like straight up, like not gonna like waste any time or whatever. I think Landon between the 90s is gonna win. I think he's gonna beat Stephon, and maybe that's just because I haven't seen Stephon's list or whatever. But Stephon, I would put him at like 573, 578 squat. Whereas Landon's probably gonna go 600 plus, like 606 maybe. Um, and then Landon's obviously gonna bench like 408. Stephon, honestly, I think he's probably gonna like bench like maybe just over Landon. Like I feel like he's probably not gonna be okay with benching the same as Landon. So I think he's gonna bench like maybe 412, 413, maybe. And then but Stephon, I'm pretty sure deadlifts more than Landon, right? So that's where I was saying, like, if Landon messes up on bench again or depth isn't there on squat, it really could be Stephon's. So I think Stephon, if he can come in and deadlift whatever he needs to win, I mean, luckily he has you, Avery, to handle him. So,
I
but
mean it's
it's
gonna
just
it's
about,
gonna be pretty close regardless. So they'll both just have to hit their lifts and see what the outcome is.
Yeah.
I mean, like we said, Joel's in there, so if anyone misses, he could do a cleanup job.
yeah.
Actually, I mean, there are other people. What will our boy JoJo Kilos do, for example? I
I forgot he was in there. I
no,
forgot.
I mean, no. It looks like he's gonna squat over 4 for the first time, and then like that, he's probably a better deadlifter than me. Like,
And he's
I
a
mean, no, he's
132.
he's easily a better deadlifter than me. But I'm saying somehow I couldn't do what he could do if I could cheat. It's like he's a stupid deadlifter. Always has been.
And he's 132, right?
Yeah, I do believe.
Yeah, but the thing is with the 132s, like it's hard to like throw them into best lifter because like the dots formula is not meant for them.
No,
So
that just popped in my head, and I just did not want that name to go unnoticed for sure.
yeah, no, he'll definitely be in the mix up there. And I think a lot of people are gonna be very surprised with like what he does. Like you said, like I think people are gonna be like, how is this guy pulling that much? But and then you said he's squatting good too. So
Shout
yeah,
out the shout out one of the OG Instagram haters, bro. Like
we gotta say his real name. You said JoJo Kilos. What's his real name?
Josiah Josiah Gutierrez, I believe.
67.5.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm excited to see that then, because yeah, I mean he's got a
No,
really big
yeah,
deadlift. He's pulled, what has he pulled? Like 5 7.
573, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
573 is his best. He's got a 435 dot, so he's definitely in the running.
Yeah, no, he's a very good
Could be
lifter.
PRs.
Okay.
He's gonna see that we posted this, and then he's gonna meme that we made a podcast, and he's not even gonna know he got all this love.
No, we're definitely gonna jump. We're gonna get on that story for something, you
Yeah.
know. But it is what it is. That's good for the sport, right? That's what people say nowadays is shit talking and posting on your story about other people is good for engagement. I don't know, storylines, whatever. But
Any attention is good attention. pulling for clout.
Yeah. But hey, Nevin, we can't forget about Nevin and Bez Lifter, obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
if he,
I thought we briefly touched on him, but yeah, no, I mean, if Nevin goes down a weight class and doesn't lose strength, his doctor's better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and
yes.
if he's made progress, like not stupid progress, but like a lot of times when people go down a weight class, they deadlift a little bit better, just better leverages or what it is, you know. And if he can do that and continue to boast the 600-pound squat, like,
Yeah, no, 600 at 82, it's really good. So, if he can, like you said, bring that strength when he goes down, I'm not gonna lie, I think he's probably like for sure gonna get best lifter just because of like, because he was already at like a 450 dots, right? At four, like
I mean, he
460.
was right below me, so he was probably like 455. Yeah.
457.
Yeah,
Well,
450.
we were literally decimals away because I was over him by dots. So yeah. I mean, he's really good.
And it's been months. So honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me if he's just somehow tacked on to his previous total at a lower body weight. The
Yeah, I
dots.
mean, and he missed lifts. So I mean, or he missed the deadlift. I don't know if he missed the bench, but
Yeah. Avery, you had 458
oh, that's my dot.
and you only squatted 534. So basically, everyone's beneath you at this point. Ain't no reason.
No,
Ain't no
don't
reason
say
to
all
hide
that.
it.
Don't say all that. You. This man is trying to get us in trouble on our very first pod.
Hey, what did Tony just say?
Tony, you peeped it from the intro. I know you peeped it from the intro, but we'll move on past that.
I'm starting with heat. I can relax later. We're gonna start with a little heat. I'm gonna call some shots.
Interesting.
I have a platform to do it.
I wasn't even thinking about anything like that. I'm being very positive today, and I'm
Oh, I
like
mean, I was
giving
just saying.
love.
Oh.
So
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm running it all out on the first one because no one's gonna watch. So get the
okay.
first one done.
It's gonna suck whenever people are like, "Oh shoot, a Truborn preview," and then all of a sudden everybody's talking shit about Eli.
They don't know me. They don't know me. I have no enemies.
No, but
Okay.
is there another topic you want to briefly brush on, or another lifter that we somehow left off on?
Well, I mean, I do want to run through the roster a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of names that we didn't talk about that I am familiar with.
A lot of first timers, so that's good.
Yeah, like
He's growing.
yeah, I'm honestly super just excited about this meet because I remember I was literally like at school in Southern, like wrapping up school or whatever, whenever the registration opened up and people were talking about like, oh, like you can do Trueborn like an EP in the Eagle Power group chat. They were like, hey, like if you want, you could do Trueborn or whatever. Obviously, I wasn't thinking that because I was like already signed up for Nats. But then I was like, Gage, you do it. So we got Gage on, luckily. And then it was like full, like it was like full, like fast as hell. So they had to open up more. And that was just like, I don't know, just like seeing stuff like that is like really cool. Obviously like we're
I
talking
mean,
about the local scene in Georgia. It's like it's just booming like that. So we have a 2-day meet for a local meet. Um, I'm just super excited for it. Like,
yeah, I
and
mean, speaking of that, like Havoc was only supposed to be like 43, and they opened up 60, and it's still sold out. You know, so
yeah,
I mean,
dude, like this
Georgia's
stuff is
popping.
going crazy. But yeah, just to point out a couple extra names, we gotta throw in Jackson Nicholson, Lifter Jack.
the lifter jack.
Yeah, literally
Best
the
best Instagram lives on the planet, right?
yeah. Y'all gotta like jump in on those if you haven't already. But Lifter Jack, his coach Stefan, the guy we were talking about earlier, the 90 that potentially could be best lifter. Um, that's his coach. So I shout out Lifter Jack. Um, I
And
gotta go
then,
back
I
to
mean,
this.
yeah, I didn't want to just talk about all my guys like that, but shout out Easton for sure. Easton's gonna have a good meet. Shout out Nigel. We're gonna go in there and do our good thing. Nigel's gonna surprise a lot of y'all with what that man can squat.
He surprises you every week.
Every single week he surprises me.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, no, Nigel. Nigel was gonna do something nice. Easton and Jack both are 75s. I think Nigel was in light 82. Right. I don't know what his body weight is. Do you know what his body weight is? Like normally, Avery?
I mean, Easton's actually, I believe we're doing 82 now. So
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, like a couple of weeks ago, he thought about it because I mean, from the moment I started coaching him, I was like, dog, you're taller than me. Like, we don't need to be a 75. Like,
We need to eat a little bit.
yeah, we need to eat a little bit. And he thought, I guess he had thought about it on his own, or I don't know if one of his friends had told him, but I mean, like, let's go ahead and start filling out that class and just have a blast at our first meet. And he had a crazy last week. So
yeah, we just need to go ahead and throw him straight up to 100, dude. He's he's very
and
tall.
and shout out Gage, man, another tall man. Gage has had his tough bouts here or there, but Gage has got potential. You just gotta stick to it, man. Execute.
Yeah. Yep. These guys are all doing good. They're hitting their final lifts. I know Houston just blew up like 529. And Gage just pulled 501 out of nowhere. Like you said, he's been going through a bunch of stuff, so that was cool to see. But yeah, should we start making predictions, or because we got to? It's podium talk. We got to predict who's going to be
Podium.
top three across the
So
board.
these are where our potential first cold takes come from.
Jeez, dude, I don't even know because JoJo's gonna throw me off.
That is true.
So I don't respect the lighter lifters, you know.
What was his last thought you said before I did it? Before I'm thinking about it?
We pull it back up. He was 435 with a 358 squat, 209 bench, and a 556 dead.
We might cook. That really might throw it off. Yeah. Because I'm not going to sit here and do calculations. I'm
You just
just
go
going
off
to
the
try.
cuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about it in my head. Am I going first?
Let's let Tony, the MC, let's let the commentator go first.
Yeah, I just had to do some very quick last minute open powerlifting searches. But if we're going off from what I know right now, top three men. How about this? I'll go with the girls first because we didn't even order the girls. Because I mean, we can go top two, I guess. For the girls, I'm gonna say Yolona and then Savannah. That's what I'm going with.
I'm going to just go ahead and say I'm going to agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nothing showing me anything different, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think her deadlift is just too overpowered. Like
And those other lifts she had weren't that
bad.
tough.
Yeah, 308 squad. I forgot her bench 187.
Something like that.
Yeah, so she's like a well-rounded ass lifter, but the deadlift is just like far. It's just too far. Like she could pull probably more than 400, like if she really wanted to on the day. So I'll probably throw her as best lifter for females, and then men we're gonna go. Damn, I don't got much time.
I can take it. I'll go Nevin, Landon, Stefan. I'm keeping JoJo out of it. I don't follow him too much. No respect to the lighter lifter.
Okay. Damn, I
I'm
was
trying to
thinking
think
about the
about it.
90s.
I'm trying like
Hold on. Okay, so we said Nevin has a 457 dots prior to this, and Landon had a what was his dots?
438. But he's already like looking at his Instagram. He's gonna have 150 pounds.
he's gonna have 100. Yeah, he's gonna have easy 125 pounds on that.
So he's looking at like a 1600 total.
Landon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. Okay,
Don't disrespect Joel either.
I'm gonna go. Nevin. Damn,
Ooh.
mine has just changed so much in this podcast because I was like, because I'm cool with Landon or whatever, so I was kind of like, there's a little bias there.
But you were kind of thinking that like you're like, damn, if I put Nevin in my weight class, I'm thinking about what my docs would have been. It is kind of up there. Like if Nevin can emulate a performance like that and add on.
Yeah, so I think Nevin is probably gonna. I mean, the how light he is, unless he just comes in and like it's cramping or something, and he can't hit depth or like I don't know, but He'll be okay. I'm sure he'll be all right. So that's number one, Nevin. And then it's gonna be between Stephon and Landon. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just because Stephon can pull more, I think, right? I don't
It's
even know what
it's
Landon's
it's
deadlift
it's not
is.
a whole lot more.
How much more?
La-
It's
Landon's
not
got like
a it's
606 on his Instagram. I don't
it's
know what Stefan's pulling.
it's not a whole lot more. But I mean, Stefan's gonna pull like he's pulled before. I know like 620, like the low 620 or 619 or whatever it is. I know he's been pulled that. I mean, and he's not gonna quite be 300, but he's gonna push as close as he can up there, I believe. So
I mean, we can also point out that Stefan hasn't competed since 2022, February.
mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say Landon can squat a lot, dude. He's gonna squat a lot.
He's looking nice. I'm kind of stalking his Instagram.
No, it's gonna come down to miss lifts. Like if Landon squats 30 pounds more, but somehow misses a bench, and Stefan doesn't, that without deadlifting him, that type of stuff. But
Mhm.
Okay, well,
I mean,
for the sake of controversy, I know Avery's not gonna agree with this, so because I really can't choose between these guys, so I'm gonna say for the sake of controversy, I'm gonna go Nevin, and then we're gonna go Landon and Stephon. Stephon, I'm sorry, I love you still.
so he agreed with you.
well, for the sake of controversy, I can't. I'm not just gonna sit here and agree with y'all. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go Nevin, Stefan, Landon, and I don't even know if I believe that in my heart of heart, but y'all over there agreeing. So
I mean,
And I think the fact that we just didn't really even talk about Nevin when we were previewing just says all you need to say. That we just trust him to go in there and he's going to hit. I mean, at States, he missed 2 deads and they were kind of controversial. I believe I watched it and he was pretty pissed that one got red lighted. But he's going to go and perform.
we just don't know what his training looks like, so it's kind of hard to like talk too much about him. But the performance, like you said, speaks for itself. Because if you could still have 458 dodge after missing 2 deadlifts, like
In a weight class
good,
above where you're going to be.
yeah,
yeah.
And he
So
weighed in
his
at
dodge,
191, so that's 10 pounds. Which ain't too bad.
that's still a lot though. He'll probably be in the 480, 490 range dodge wise.
bro was 7 pounds heavier than me though.
You had to let that be known, huh?
Uh,
It's,
He's bragging about it. Ain't nothing to brag about.
No, I'm really thinking about how the hell I weighed in as an 83.
talk your
Basically,
shit, man. We
Nah,
know it.
man,
We know it. You was all skinny.
I was skinny, but nah. Other than that, shout out JoJo, bro.
Yeah, JoJo.
and
It's
I
it's
Joe.
mean,
unfortunate. He just needs to go. I tell him. I tell like all these lighter guys, like, bro, like there's not much going on down there. Like, obviously, like, they deserve their respect just like everybody else and stuff like that. But like, go up a weight class, go up to the 67s. The 67s, like, there's a lot of action going on there. And I think that's where like around where like you can start getting okay, like, I can have a good dot score as a 148, or as a 150-pound lifter because,
I mean,
you're able to lift so much more.
I well, JoJo is. Did you see what he was actually signed up for? Because he might be a bit heavier. I don't know.
He was signed up for 67.
Because isn't that Chris's op?
Well, Chris will say,
Yeah, he's at 67 and a half.
oh, he signed up for 67?
So he's a little heavy. I mean, he still could come in the lightest of that class. He might just not want to cut.
No, but I mean, it makes sense why squats is booming.
Oh,
I wonder if he's going to fill it out.
well,
But you
who
also
knows?
got to
Maybe.
we got to talk about Joel too, because like big chance he's going to pull for it. I mean, he's going to load it no matter what. I believe he's
I
going to
don't.
lift some silly.
I think he might not because he is in Nats prep as well. He might just go in there and
Mess around.
just have a day that was better than keep CNATs, but on a platform.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be on some like SBD thing because, like you said, he's doing Nats.
It
So
wouldn't
why would
make
he?
sense. It wouldn't make sense for him to go in there and trying to like win a local meet, obviously. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's his home territory, though. You know.
I think that's the whole reason he's doing it. Is just because like, why not? It'll be fun. My friends are doing it. Like,
my
Why
it's
not?
my gym.
my athletes to be able to see me, but
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just spend $150 to go mess around. Yeah, I get it.
Some people have different motives, Eli.
I don't get it, man.
I mean, Eli, I can't really talk trash from here, but some people like to compete more than once a year.
Yeah, they do. Some people do.
I'm gonna get to it. I have a
No,
very valid
that's why
excuse.
I've got to get mine in so I can be like, hey, I believe this is my first time doing two a year.
Come hop in
I've only
December
done
the
two.
2nd.
Yeah, I've only done two in a
But
year.
I've got excuses because like legit like two for sure different meets got canceled like 5 weeks out because of COVID type stuff.
I mean, I only have 2 meets in my career, so I
You
mean,
guys are young.
see, I could talk trash all I want on here because nobody knows me. One guy in the space knows me,
Most of that, man.
and I ain't gonna start posting.
They're gonna know you now, bro.
No, unforgettable. I'm the worst 110 in Georgia. Let it be known.
How long we been going for, Eli?
I don't even know. It doesn't even tell me.
That's what I was trying to see. But I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything, right?
Yeah. So does that wrap it up for the preview?
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna do a little outro, I mean,
Well, before that, I would just like to say, guys, that we have overextended our time by about 30 minutes because peak just started.
Oh, it's on.
It's been on my Evan coach texted me and said I'm watching, and then put his
Yeah.
phone on do not disturb.
He's out of here.
One Piece 1071. I'm sorry if any of y'all didn't want to hear this weeb stuff, but history's being made tonight. It's the greatest story ever told. Let's
look
get
at
it.
these cornballs, bro.
Foreign balls,
Okay,
man.
bro.
You just don't know.
Okay, bro.
You're not
You're so
enlightened.
cool. All right, guys. Well, is that everything? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good first episode. Not gonna lie.
First episode.
Our overall goal here is to be having fun, joshing around, trash talking, but covering the sport in Georgia. Shouting
And
out Georgia lifters that don't get a spotlight.
guys, I'm
Yeah.
really sorry for if anyone took any offense to any trash that Eli said tonight because
And
he did come a little crazy. We want to be friendly in the space. We want people to come on here one day, And Eli's
Yeah.
out here making enemies.
I swear, yeah. In
I
all
didn't say anything that bad.
seriousness,
Not
all
in seriousness. In the future, we'll be talking about obviously any big subjects that pop up in the sport. Not like two white lights and everything. They talk about everything, Not that you'll just want our opinions on it, but we'll obviously give them to you anyway. Other than that, we'll talk about the local scene and any meets we go or anyone we know, any big thing we want to shout out. Like I guess that we didn't really mention it, but we have at the Common Strength have 3 guys doing Nats, and we'll probably do a Nats preview in the Airbnb
Mm-hmm.
prior.
With cameras and mics in person.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
that's episode 1. Tony, if you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just want to I mean, for real, like this. At the end of the day, I think that everybody's talking about elevating the sport of powerlifting and stuff like that. I think this kind of stuff is like what really does it is just that word of mouth and like having that connection to people and having like a really strong like local community to where it's like we can all kind of like just like build off of each other and stuff like that. Kind of just have more fun together and stuff. Because everybody knows that powerlifting can get a little bit more stale and like boring whenever nobody's like when everybody's like just like super self-absorbed and like
Gatekeeping.
like I don't know, just like bringing up things like
Gatekeeping.
there's time and places for gatekeeping.
We're gonna do a whole episode on that one at some point, I'm sure.
Okay, then we'll say that for that episode because that's gonna be a really good debate between Avery might start crying a little bit because I'm gonna cuss him out.
It's literally just gonna be me yelling at the screen, spitting all over it.
Yeah, he's gonna be spitting everywhere, but
Like I'll get irrationally mad about it. Like I'm not playing.
well, yeah, but I just want to see everybody like. I just want people to come into our podcast and be like, and learn something. Like maybe like we could talk about a topic that they didn't know about, or just get more into the sport more and like just invest more into it, enjoy it
Yeah.
more. So
And
Other
ultimately, we want to get to a point where people are wanting to hear their names on our podcast. I mean,
yeah,
I've been on Two White Lights personally.
y'all boys like too much fan service. Crazy. No, I'm playing, but I really just wanted to note that Eli didn't get out here full on Nori apparel, but like he had to throw some kind of
Dude,
ad out there.
the
Like,
GBT shorts though. I got my Nori sweatshirt somewhere. I don't know where they at.
but yeah, I mean that covers it, guys. So.
yes, sir.
That's it. Peace out.